Okay, we're having a lot of fun in here right now, but we're talking about a serious subject, internet communication. It can be a tricky thing and sometimes stir up a lot of problems with words being misunderstood or sometimes taken out of context.
I got that email you sent me the other day, Audra. Well, before you hit that send button, it's important to be aware of proper career etiquette when communicating with other professionals. I knew you didn't mean to send it to me. Well, Shape Magazine's Bahar Tekteshian, I got it right. You did! Yay! Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so we are making jokes about this, but this is actually sort of a serious thing because when you're at work, you really do need to be mindful of some of these rules when you're emailing, right?
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you're always professional first and foremost. So make sure you're mindful of what you're sending before you do send that email off.
So seriously, I've sent you emails, honestly, late at night, early in the morning, and I'm like, if I send the wrong thing, she's going to understand. But not everyone gets that. Sometimes you're sending it to your boss or to another coworker that just may not understand exactly what you mean. So you have to double, triple check.
Yeah, and you always want to err on the side of caution because you don't want to look as if you don't know what you're doing or that you might not be taken seriously. So be careful about what you say.
Okay, right. Don't drink and email.
Right.
Good idea.
Not a good idea.
Let's talk about CCing people. This is when you copy someone on an email that you're sending to someone else.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of people CC everyone on everything. I get emails that I know are not meant for me all the time. What is kind of the etiquette there?
Okay, so you only want to CC people that need to be aware of the message, and you're basically going to divide it in two things. The person that's responding to you is in the to section, and everybody else goes in the CC section.
That's good to know because sometimes you'll get an email, you're in the CC section, but I feel I'm obligated to read the entire email. Like if they send it to me, there's a reason why, and I should read the whole thing. But
and
sometimes,
respond.
And respond to it, yeah, because some people don't take the time out to separate.
Right,
They
it's
just hit
so
reply
important
all.
to separate with the CC.
Okay, all right, what about the blind copy?
So blind carbon copy is also tricky. People are sketchy about this because the person doesn't know that someone else is CC'd on it. So I wouldn't advise you using this too often. Stick with CC.
Okay, I like that. What about the subject line? I leave mine blank a lot. I'm really bad at that. I know I shouldn't be doing that. What should sometimes I just don't know what to put in there.
Yeah.
What should
You don't want to leave it blank.
Hey, girl.
You always want to say something, and you want to be as specific as possible because people get so many emails that you want your email to stand out from the clutter. So be as specific as possible. If you have a meeting time change that the meeting was at 2 and now it's at 2:30, make sure you write that in the subject line.
Me again. Woo-hoo. Now we're going to talk about these emoticons that I used to hate those in the very beginning. Now I find myself every now and then sending them because there's no other way to kind of express
People
the
are
fact that you're happy.
addicted to the smiley faces.
I'm guilty too. I am very guilty of that. But you need to save those for your family members and your friends. At work, you really want to make sure you're professional. You wouldn't use a smiley face on the company letterhead, so don't use it on the company email.
I laugh too because our executive producer Tracy, every now and then she would send us emails and they were in all caps. And she would send them and then afterwards she would say, sorry, I was in script mode. She was writing in scripts in all caps. And she wants to make sure that people understand that you're not yelling or screaming at them.
I know. So many little intricacies that you really need to be aware of.
Okay. And
we got to ask about the reply all.
Yeah.
Because that is one that can really, it can waste a lot of your time at work. If you're getting reply all on all these emails that have nothing to do with you, you're going to waste a lot of time, right?
You want to use reply all as little as possible because again, we're all getting so many emails. You don't want to add to the junk email. Only send it if you really need your message to be conveyed to everybody on that list.
Yeah, not tell everybody you're saying thanks. All right, thank you very much, Bahar.
Thank you so much.
You can get other tips on proper email etiquette or E-tiquette as they call it. Pick up a copy of Shape Magazine or it's also on their website, shape.com.